Good evening and welcome to Orca News.
The headlines. Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth died at the age of 96. Prince Charles ascends to the throne and is now King of the UK. A period of mourning for the world on the passing of the Queen. Her Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II died peacefully at the age of 96. More to report from our international correspondent Eamon Rhodes in London. Eamon?
Yes, Mada. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II has died at the age of 96 at Balmoral Castle in Scotland.
The BBC is interrupting its normal programmes to bring you an important announcement. This is BBC News from London. Buckingham Palace has announced the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
The longest reigning British monarch has come up to an end, reaching a span of 7 decades. The royal family has stated on its Twitter account, "The Queen died peacefully at Balmoral this afternoon. The King and the Queen Consort will remain at Balmoral this evening and will return to London tomorrow." The King that is referring to is Prince Charles, the heir apparent of Queen Elizabeth. Therefore, King Charles III ascends the throne and is now King of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth realms. The passing of the Queen was preceded by a statement from Buckingham Palace stating that following further evaluation this morning, the Queen's doctors are concerned for Her Majesty's health and have recommended she remain under medical supervision. Members of the royal family afterward rushed to visit the Queen at Balmoral Castle in Scotland. Then subsequently and unexpectedly the royal family announced her death. 7 months before her death, she made several public appearances in London as the country officially celebrated her Platinum Jubilee last June with days of pomp and festivities. The Queen's last appearance to the public was on Tuesday when she formally appointed Liz Truss as the new Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. The Queen's health has been a source of concern ever since her brief hospitalization last October. These concerns grew when the Queen had to postpone a virtual meeting after doctors advised her to rest. Hundreds to thousands pay tribute and respect to the Queen in Britain. Even though it rained heavily in some areas of the UK on Thursday evening, crowds of mourners gathered outside Balmoral Castle, Buckingham Palace, and other royal palaces. Many people showed up here with flowers and candles, some of whom appeared visibly shocked by the news. A double rainbow was spotted at Buckingham Palace yesterday afternoon after the downpour had stopped. Newly appointed UK Prime Minister Liz Truss also expresses her condolences to the Queen.
The death of Her Majesty the Queen is a huge shock to the nation and to the world. Queen Elizabeth II was the rock on which modern Britain was built. Our country has grown and flourished under her reign. Britain is the great country it is today because of her. In the difficult days ahead, we will come together with our friends across the United Kingdom, the Commonwealth and the world to celebrate her extraordinary lifetime of service. It is a day of great loss, but Queen Elizabeth II leaves a great legacy. And with the passing of the second Elizabethan age, we usher in a new era in the magnificent history of our great country, exactly as Her Majesty would have wished, by saying the words, "God save the King."
Other world leaders have also shown their sympathy and condolences to the Queen. King Charles is expected to travel to London and address the nation tomorrow. This is Eamon Rhodes in London. Back to you, Mada.
Thank you very much, Eamon.
President Klovinsky is expected to have his brief speech on the Queen's passing at any moment. But first, who was Queen Elizabeth II? Paul Wanders reports.
Queen Elizabeth II, who was the world's oldest and longest-serving head of state, came to the throne following the death of her father King George VI on February 6, 1952, when she was just 25. Elizabeth Alexandra Mary was born on April 21, 1926, at 17 Bruton Street in Mayfair, London. The young princess never expected to ascend to the throne. It was only after her uncle King Edward VIII abdicated in 1936, because of his love for American divorcee Wallis Simpson, that the crown passed to her father, George VI, when she was 10 years old. She was just 25 when her father died, and she became Queen Elizabeth II on February 6, 1952, while on tour in Kenya with her husband Prince Philip. Prime Minister Winston Churchill was the first of 15 prime ministers who served during her reign. She was crowned on June 2 the following year. The first televised coronation foreshadowed a new world in which the royals' lives would be increasingly scrutinized by the media. Elizabeth became monarch at a time when Britain still retained much of its old empire. It was emerging from the ravages of World War II, with food rationing still in force and class and privilege still dominant in society. Elizabeth witnessed massive political change and social upheaval both at home and abroad in the decades that followed. Her own family's tribulations, most notably Charles and his late first wife Diana's divorce, were played out in full public view. While remaining an enduring symbol of stability and continuity for Britons at a time of relative national economic decline, Elizabeth also tried to adapt the ancient institution of monarchy to the demands of the modern era. Her long reign meant she repeatedly broke records for British rulers. When she surpassed the more than 63 years her great-great-grandmother Queen Victoria spent on the throne, she said it was not a landmark to which she had ever aspired. Inevitably, a long life can pass by many milestones, my own is no exception, she said. Her marriage to Prince Philip lasted 73 years, until his death in April 2021. When she was hospitalized in March 2013 with symptoms of gastroenteritis, it was the first time she had needed hospital treatment in a decade. It was not until October 2021 that she next spent a night in hospital, and she doggedly carried on with light duties, even after testing positive for COVID-19 in February the following year. On September 6, the Queen performs what will be her last public duties, accepting the resignation of Prime Minister Boris Johnson at Balmoral Castle and appointing his replacement Liz Truss, the 15th Prime Minister of her reign. And today announced the lifelong reign has come to an end. This is Paul Wanders reporting for Orca News.
Let's now have a live picture of President Klovinsky's address.
Good evening, Landovians. Good evening to all. Today has been a grieving moment for us. The people you prosper and rule among the whole nations came together along with you. Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, Queen of the United Kingdom and the Commonwealth, truly remarks how united we are under the delightfulness and graciousness of the monarch. We have lost a symbol of British royalty. Together, on behalf of our cabinet, all the people of the Republic of Landover, and myself, we would like to offer our sincere and modest condolences to the royal family and to the people of the United Kingdom. I truly appreciate that we have good ties with Britain as well as the countries you reign. It is not a usual thing but a very unique monarch and queen we have in this world. Landover is one with the UK and the world honouring your greatest destiny to live in royalty. Surely it is destined to become a living presence from generation to generation, preserving the milestone to be the Queen in 70 years. Her leadership and dedication are profoundly exceptional and phenomenal. Truly an honour. We leave our heartfelt gratitude and tribute to the people. Thank you. We will be bound to travel to the United States by tomorrow evening for the United Nations General Assembly and the tribute to 9/11. There will be no press conference tomorrow for that matter, as we can inform my secretary and Mr. Jefferson of the details. Thank you again.
And that was President Klovinsky's speech regarding the death of Queen Elizabeth. Here's our weather for tomorrow.
And that's it for tonight's news. This is Louis Barnes.
And this is Maude Parkinson. Reporting for Orca News.
Good evening everyone.